Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special trophy list review. It is our first ever interactive trophy list review. Today I welcome my friend and fellow YouTuber PlatinumVault, aka Score Addict.
Hello, guys.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm very well, a bit nervous, but these trophy reviews are always very chill, and so I think we will have a lot of fun today.
We're definitely gonna have a lot of fun and it's gonna be very chill. We've got an awesome account. I actually met Platinum Vault through the trophy list reviews. He used to comment on some of them, so we'll get into our relationship further on as we go through the games. So let's start with the usual numbers. So Platinum Vault has got a total of 9,729 trophies. He has a plan to hit 10,000, which we'll go into later. He is on 199 platinums. He's got 988 golds, 2,095 silvers, and 6,447 bronzes. So 358 games played, 180 completed, giving him a completion percentage of 63.97, which is very similar to mine, actually, funny enough. Averaging 1.81 trophies a day, which is awesome. Ranking 30,752 in the world and 173 in his country, which is good old Switzerland. So 199 platinums, 12 of which are ultra rare, and there are some absolute bangers in this list. In terms of series, we have got four platinums from the Assassin's Creed series, seven from Far Cry, six from God of War, seven from Uncharted, six from Tomb Raider, and eight from Software Platinums, which is just crazy. So, and
Thank you, thank you.
no worries. There's been a lot of love for this trophy list. So, we've actually decided to do it differently. We're going to go through this in alphabetical order. Um, and go through the games that way. And it's actually quite nice because you get to see kind of certain series all done in one order. So it is very nice. And we start off with a platinum we both have, a Plague Tale Innocence. Um, you did this pretty quick as well. I liked this. It was
Yeah, I to me I was too hyped about it. So I heard so many rumors, good stuff about it, and was a bit disappointed in the end, but it's a good game. Short and sweet little platinum. And yeah, so
yeah, it was good. I think the
mhm.
game wasn't built for combat, and there's some bits at the end we have to do combat, and it gets a bit tricky for me anyway. I didn't, but I haven't played the sequel. The trophy list puts me off a little bit, but hey.
Yeah.
And then a short hike, nice. A shorter platinum. Do you recommend this?
Um, it's okay. Um, it's made by one guy, and that's why I wanted to support him. Um,
Okay.
yeah, Saturday morning, chill platinum. Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay, I might look into this, especially if it supports one person who's put the effort to make a game.
Mhm.
Um, A Way Out. I love this. This is such a good co-op platinum. This is you took your time with this.
Yeah, funny story about this. I had three different co-op partners because I couldn't get the platinum. So in the end, my little brother helped me with it, and yeah, but I had three co-op partners with this, and so that's the story
That's
behind the 9 months.
that's so funny. The funny thing as well, it's like a really short game. So one of these partners should have just stuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so that's so funny. And then we got I can't pronounce this. I had it came up on a trophy list that I last did. Aya, Memories of Old.
Yeah, yeah,
Aya.
yeah.
I need to look into this one. Um, Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey. Is
Mhm.
this like a survival game?
It's an open world game made by the developer, the creator of Assassin's Creed, and it's basically you start as an ape and evolve into a better ape. You have to learn everything. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I know which one this is. I've seen footage of this. Do you recommend it?
I loved it, but I had a rough start because you have to learn everything, even eating or breathing. No, breathing, of course not, but everything else
Like
you have to learn.
jumping, running, and everything.
Jumping, yeah. And the hardest part was the combat because you have to learn how to grab a spear or something, and then the combat against predators was so frustrating at first, and but when it clicked, when I got it right, the game opened up, and I love open world games, and yeah, I completely loved my time with it.
Yeah, 50 hours and you did it in four days.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, that is definitely going on my list. I'm gonna check that out. And then we've got, oh yes, we enter the Assassin's Creed games. So nice. I think this is widely considered the best Assassin's Creed game. Like based off everything I see and read from people, this is the one. This is the one with the feathers.
Yes.
Yeah. 250 feathers or something.
Something like that,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I love this game because it has base building, and that was the first part I optimized and everything. And after like 10 hours, I was done with upgrading my base and everything, and I was so sad that it was over. But yeah, great game. The OG Assassin's Creed for me.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's kind of why I played Mirage last year because a lot of people were like, this is like the
Mm.
older traditional Assassin's Creed. It's the only one I've platinumed. Then we come on to this game. So I remember this so well. I got it on sale in the pandemic, and I like Greek mythology a lot. And I thought it was cool how you can pick which side the regions, uh, who
Mhm.
takes over the region, and then you make the big battle at the end. I was like, this is so ingenious. And then I did it for like two or three regions. I was getting a little bit fatigued, and then I went to the map. I zoomed out. It took 10 minutes to zoom out of the map. I saw how big it was, and I was like, I don't have this in me. I can't do this. So I
Yeah,
really rate people who get this platinum. I know it's only a 3 out of 10, but there's a lot to do.
yeah, time consuming for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then you've got Origins. Um, very recently, I tried starting this because I think it's on PS Plus Extra, and I don't know, it felt a bit janky when I was playing it and stuff. It felt a bit
Okay.
dated. I don't know. And I'm not like a snob about these types of things. I don't mind, but
Mhm.
I couldn't get into it. But Ancient Egypt, it looks cool, but
Yeah, for me, it rekindled my love for Assassin's Creed because I couldn't stand the older ones. They were too formulaic and everything. And I quite actually enjoyed the reboot that is called Assassin's Creed Origins. So yeah, I liked it, but I can see why people can't get into it.
yeah, this was the one that changed everything. And then you did the big one,
Yeah,
Valhalla. This is probably the longest Assassin's Creed Platinum.
yeah, and there is a story about that. I um, I did every marker to get the trophy, and I forgot that I had one big boss left, and the boss is on a different map. You can switch maps and everything, and I looked everywhere, and I thought my game was bugged, and I almost started after like 80 hours or so. I almost started a new game and tried to get all the question marks on the map again, but then I remembered, hey, there is a second map, and there the boss was, and yeah, so that was quite a story because an Assassin's Creed game glitched at the last location, as you will. A nightmare.
That's
But
that's
yeah,
Platinum Nightmare.
yeah, night. But the I love the Viking setting, and it's my second favorite Assassin's Creed in that regard. The setting, the Valhalla Viking setting.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it takes place in England,
Yes.
which is what appeals to me. I did see a map of it and I was like, this is cool because there's not enough, surprisingly, there's not enough games set in England.
Mm.
But anyway, um, Astro's Playroom has got to be done. Obviously Astrobot's out. I haven't got it yet, but I I'm definitely gonna pick up Astrobot in the next few months or so. Um, I really like this. It's nice they gave it free with the
Yes.
PS5. It was a nice surprise. You know, you buy an
Yeah, for
expensive
sure.
console and boom,
Yeah.
that was nice.
Mhm.
Yes, two these are three platinums we both have. Yeah, Batman Enemy Within and the Telltale series. These are good, entertaining, especially if you
Yeah.
like the Batman games.
Mhm.
We got Below,
Yeah.
Beyond
Very
Two.
personal game for me. Um, yeah, let's keep it at that. If you are interested in it, check out my channel. There's a video for it. But yeah, very, very personal video and game.
Nice. And a great video. Beyond Two Souls. But Blair Witch, I don't see this often. I've got Blair Witch. I don't see this often on people's trophy lists. It's not a bad game, but I remember I was playing it on my really old TV on the PS4 and it was so dark, the game.
Hmm.
I had to turn every single setting on the TV in the game, brightness up, everything, because I was missing collectibles. Um,
Hmm.
then we go
Yeah.
into a special platinum
Yes.
and take it
My
away.
my first ever FromSoftware Platinum, and yeah, it's just the greatest thing ever, to be honest, because for the longest time I thought I wasn't good enough. I read all about the get good mentality and stuff, and I remember picking this game up because it was free on PS Plus at the time, and I had nothing to lose. And of course, I struggled for the longest time. It took me an hour to equip my first weapon, and yeah, there's one boss that is called the Bloodstarved Beast. It's the third boss or so, and I almost gave up. But eventually, I found ways to beat this boss, and from there, yeah, it is my one of my favorite platinums of all time, and I highly recommend checking out any Souls title because it will be something unique in that regard. These games are special, and Bloodborne is my absolute favorite in this regard. Yeah.
Do you think, every few months people bring up the possibility of a remaster? Do you think it's a game that you'd like to see remastered for PS5, or do you think they should keep it as it is, or what are your thoughts?
So I have no problem with the game running at 30 FPS, but of course I would love to have a PS5 remastered. I would play the heck out of it, and yeah, it's a great game, and more people will enjoy this game if they remaster it. So from my side, yes, please.
Yeah, nice. And not the last time we're going to see some From Software epics on this list. Then we got Bully, the Rockstar game,
Yeah.
Carrion on the PS5. I haven't played this, but I'm
Yeah.
aware of it. We got Cat Quest. Cat Quest came up on PS Plus Extra now. I don't know if all three, but definitely the first two are on there.
Yeah. I
Um,
tried it. It is a fun game, but it is not challenging at all. It's an easy platinum, no guides required, nothing. Just yeah, just play the game and get the platinum in 2 days, 2 3 days. Yeah.
then we got Celeste, Chance of Sinner, another one that we share, Concrete Genie. This is a good game. This is a cool game.
Yeah, I was
Concrete
surprised by
Genie.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's one of those that surprises you. It's cool. Very nice art style as well to the game.
Mhm.
Nice visuals.
Exactly.
Control, man, yeah.
Sorry.
Control is one of my many, many, many 1% games.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my many ones where I've popped two bronzes and I just couldn't get into it, but that's me.
Yeah, another thing, another game that had too much hype around it when I played it, and it fell flat a bit, but it's an okay platinum. So
Yeah. No, it's a good one for sure. Then we got Cult of the Lamb. I see this come up a lot on people's trophy lists.
mm,
And then we've got Look at This Trilogy. I do like it when people platinum series and stuff. I do love that, like Uncharted or Tomb Raider. Well, whatever series you like. I like it when people stick to a series. So we've got a big boy Dark Souls trilogy, all done in about a year, right? So 2020, again 2020, pandemic platinum.
Yeah.
So one you did over 2 years, three you did in just 2 weeks, like seven
Hmm.
out of 10, 80 hours, no problem.
Yeah, that's the thing with From Software game. Once you have mastered one game, the others become more, and they have unique aspects to them. But the mental challenge that you have with your first game is the hardest part of these games. And after that, a door opens and you step into a new world of games. I didn't think this was possible when I first played Bloodborne, but it changed my life. I can say that. So yeah.
Yeah. These From Software games almost sound like the first time you ever go to a gym to like do weights or something. You know what I mean? You're just
Mm.
like, I can't do this. This is crazy. How do people do
Mhm.
this? But then you just persevere. I mean, I can't talk, but hopefully I will get to a Souls game, thanks to your encouragement.
You will. I'm sure you will eventually.
And then Day of the Tentacle, and then another. Oh, we got back-to-back bangers here. This is so good. Look at this period. Days Gone, you know I'm a big fan of this game. It was my
Mm.
third platinum, my first one where I played the game going for the platinum, if that makes sense.
Oh,
You know what I like about this game and other games don't do it? Do you remember it had a trophy menu?
yes, great.
I, c- no, no one else does this. It's crazy. And it was accurate. It showed you all the numbers, like how many
Mhm.
people you killed, how many monsters, zombies, whatever. And it was accurate. Like, I don't know why people don't do this more.
Yeah, I
Uh,
played the game after the final patch was released, and I had no problem whatsoever. And I think it's a great game and fun platinum.
And then a game we both love. I've done the PS5 remake. I loved it. Dead Space. I know you're a big fan of this series. I think you're
Yes.
thinking about Dead Space 2, maybe?
Yeah, I'm working on Dead Space 3. I recently got all the co-op trophies with someone. Um, and I think that will be my next Dead Space because the Dead Space 2 has this infamous hardest difficulty playthrough with only
Yeah.
3 saves, and I'm a bit intimidated by it, to be honest, because I haven't played the game in years. But I think eventually I will conquer my fears and go for the series. Yeah, great series, Dead Space. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I love the remake of PS5. It was amazing. And now we come on to a game that has intrigued me for so long. Um, it's one of those games I'm obsessed with, yet I've never played. It's Hideo Kojima's latest masterpiece, Death Stranding, which it's a game I really want to play. They're making a movie about it. The sequel's out next year. The sequel will probably be a PS5 Pro special exclusive. It's one of the most intriguing looking games, but like I don't quite get it. And you've like this is 100 hour platinum. This is a very tough platinum, and you did it in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, so the story behind that is I before that I never played any Hideo Kojima games because yeah, he has the reputation of making confusing stories, great, amazing, but confusing stories.
Yeah.
And I picked this one up, and because I love open world games, that's my biggest love in gaming. And I started it, and yeah, for sure, the story is I still don't get it, to be honest. But yeah, the gameplay was engaging enough, and there is so basically you are a postman and you deliver things from A to B, and you have there is a mechanic in the game where you can set buildings and roads and stuff like that, and at the end, because there's an end game grind where you have to deliver, I don't know, 100 packages or something, and I built a network, a zipline network from every point to every point. So I could hop onto the network and get to every point I needed to. and that made the grind so much more fun and engaging. And yeah, this was a fun experience, but I can see why people might not like it, because it is grindy, it is open world, it is a lot, it is 100 hours. So, but I personally liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the first person to tell me how much you like it. It's one I think one day I'm gonna definitely try. Maybe not platinum, but I'm definitely gonna try it because I'm a big fan of Kojima
Mhm.
from the 90s with Metal Gear Solid. Then we've got back to back Demon Souls, the first Souls game. So
Yes.
you did the PS3, you did the first ever one, which is the PS3 Demon Souls. And then look at
Yes.
that, remake in a week, no problem for
So
Platinum
yeah,
Vault.
yeah. The story behind this, my first ever From Software game was Demon Souls, and I played it until I beat the first boss, and that took me like, I don't know, maybe a week or so. And after the first boss, I wasn't hyped. I was so exhausted, I gave up on the game. And Bloodborne is in 2018 or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, so yeah, that was my first proper experience. And after Bloodborne, I straight went to back to Demon Souls, and then it was no problem. And it's actually one of the easier From Software games if you play Mage build. And yeah, so great game, great memories. My second favorite Souls game. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Then we got Deponia, nice short platinum, and then we've got an absolute banger. You don't see this very often on trophy list. In fact, very rarely. 7 out of 10, 100 hours. I mean, probably well over 100 hours.
Mhm.
Chipped away over 7 years. Destiny. Nice.
This is another story. My boss back then asked me to play with him Destiny, and I'm not a looter shooter type of person. And yeah, he introduced me to the game, but he didn't sell it to me in a way that I was engaged, and I gave up on it. And in 2022, I decided it is time to play something out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I found a Discord server, great people, and they helped me with every trophy. And it is one of my favorite trophy experiences of all time. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's quite rare to see this, and this takes a lot of commitment, obviously a lot of skill. Yeah, I think this is one of like the top platinums, honestly. It's brilliant. Um, I remember I asked my friend about Destiny and I was like, should I get into it? And he said he was playing it over the last decade and he said it's really good, but it's a game you feel like you have to play every single day, like it's a job.
Yeah, I enjoyed my time with it, especially if you have the right people around it. And I would recommend the Discord server because there are very dedicated people. But as soon as I got the 100%, I was done with the game and never looked back. And so
Yeah, that's fair enough. You probably saw everything about it. Then we got Detroit Become Human. Nice. I think 3 playthroughs.
mm,
This one. Narrative. This is quite a popular one.
yeah, I love
Um,
these type of games.
yeah, it's highly regarded, this one. Good platinum. Donut Country. And then we got Doom, another one that you and me share. Yeah, this is a good platinum. Good game.
Yeah,
Really good.
especially the soundtrack.
Yeah, it gets you in the mode, honestly. When you land in the arena and the music starts, it's just unbelievable. It's a very good gaming experience. I can't wait for the third one next year, Dark Ages. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Is this the story game or is this the fighting
Yes.
one? It's the story
No,
one, yeah.
it's the story, and I played it because of that. Because I watched as a kid, I watched the anime,
Nice.
and but I never got the full story. And this game gave it to me from beginning to end in order, and it was very satisfying to play. Yeah.
That's nice when a game complements what it was based off, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Dredge was so like highly regarded last year, and it's on PS Plus Extra. You really enjoyed this, didn't you?
Yeah, it was almost my game of the year, but then something else took over. But yeah, I love the game. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're thinking about Resident Evil 4. I think that was your game of the year last year.
I don't think so.
Um, then we got Dust and Elysian Tale. Then we got both Dying Lights. Dying Light 1 done over 5 years, nice. And then Dying Light 2, Stay Human. I don't know. Should we stay away from this topic? I don't know.
Yes, yes, I have talked too much about it on my channel if you're interested. But Dying Light 2 Stay Away is a better title.
We'll leave it at that. And then we've got this really small indie game. Just takes about a few hours to complete. Um, Absolute epic game of the year. Probably regarded as the best game this decade, maybe. Seriously, the way
Mm,
we're only 4 years into the decade, but arguably this is probably the standout game, possibly.
yeah.
Elden Ring on the PS4, done in a week and 3 days. I
96
mean,
hours.
how long?
96 hours.
96 hours. This is crazy. A week and 3 days, I would still be finding my first weapon and the
Yeah.
horse. Um,
No worries. That was my last From Software Platinum, and I focused purely on the trophies, to be honest, and that's why I could get it in a week and 3 days. It is a good beginner friendly From Software game. Yeah,
and you
great
plan
game.
to do it again on the PS5?
Yeah, yeah. After my 200, the big milestone, and then I focus on revisiting games, for example, Elden Ring or No Man's Sky or maybe Skyrim for the third time or so.
Nice, nice. And then we got Erica, a really nice narrative game that's very highly regarded. And then another huge banger of a platinum, Four Guys Ultimate Knockout, 10 out of 10. They've lowered the hours. I think this was before 100 hours, but it probably still is. But
So the story behind this, as you can see next to the title, it says OR, which stands for original release, and they changed the launcher. And back then, the platinum was so hard, 10 out of 10, because you had to win 5 games in a row, and that was almost impossible. And I only got it because I found a dedicated trophy hunting Discord server where 60 people boosted together, and I helped like 70 people before me to get this trophy, and then it was my turn. They had me helped me win 5 games, and that's why I have this bang of a platinum, and it's my 100th platinum. And back then it was, yeah, an amazing thing because the game on paper is not my type of game. It's online, it's multiplayer, it's competitive, but for some reason this ended up being my 100th platinum. And the game, the devs are so trolls, are big trolls because they put it in knowing that it was hard, but then they saw that trophy hunters were getting the platinum or the trophy anyway, and then they patched in game modes where it was easier to win 5 games in a row, and so the platinum isn't 10 out of 10 anymore.
yeah, that's a bit annoying when a game had a certain standard and then they've made it a bit easier. But then you've got this, which
Yes, I'm hanging on to this. Look
this
at
is
the OR. Look at the OR. That is, yeah,
this is the
yeah.
badge of honor, and I will now take this forward when it shows up in trophy list reviews, Not to shame people, but I'll be like, oh, you didn't get that OR.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's was it meant to be your 100th platinum or was it like
I had
not
planned
accident, but
another banger on the list. We come to that later. I had another game planned, but I wasn't ready. And yeah, sometimes a game clicks and I log into, and then I get the platinum. I find ways to overcome all these tedious trophies and hard trophies and difficult trophies and whatnot. And yeah, so I enjoy it because it was a fun experience. It was challenging for me, and yeah, it is out of my comfort zone. That's why I valued this game, or still value this game. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'm loving with your trophy list is you're a single player expert gamer, but yet there are so many epic, like big multiplayer platinums on here, like
Mm.
Destiny and Fall Guys. It's cool. It's really cool to go out of your comfort zone and do a very difficult one.
Yeah, that keeps it interesting to me.
Yeah. And then we come on to personally my favorite Ubisoft franchise. I love these games, and you've done just like me. You've done three twice, four, five, six, Primal, New Dawn. Um, yeah.
Mm,
What are your
great, love
thoughts?
it. Um, Obviously, Far Cry 3 is my favorite. Sorry, all of out of all of them. And I remember this game taught me how to play games in first person because I this was the first person, and I remember climbing the towers on the island, and I struggled so much. I was like, "Arr!"
Yeah.
and but eventually I adjusted this first person camera to my brain, and yeah, so and that's since then I'm in love with the series, and Far Cry 3 is still my absolute favorite Far Cry of all time. The story, the characters, the villain, the music, the setting. Yeah. I
I
would
think
play it all over again if I
yeah,
could.
I think a lot of people love three the most, and it's interesting this is your first FPS platinum because it sets up for a very special platinum
Yeah,
later on. You know,
I never thought of this.
well, it's
Yeah,
connected in a
great.
way. It's connected in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It's the origin story.
5 years, yeah, if you think about, or more, 6, 7 years. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out.
It's the
Mind
origin
blown.
story for a very very special platinum later on. This is my favorite. I love this, and I've even considered playing it through again. I love it that much.
Mm,
Far Cry 5. But
yeah.
yeah, we need a Far Cry 7. They really need to announce something. And then we've got Far Changing Tides, which is a
Yeah.
nice. It's not. Is it a platformer? It's
No, it's
no
basically you have a
side
big
scrolling.
vehicle. Yeah, side scrolling. You have a big vehicle to control as you are a tiny person, and you travel from left to right basically, and you have to overcome certain obstacles and stuff. And it's very atmospheric, short little game. This is actually the second game. The first one, Far Lone Sales, I believe,
That's it. Yeah.
has no platinum, only 100% game. But both of them are very cool and atmospheric.
And then we've got a Final Fantasy game on your series. I'm very jealous. Final Fantasy X HD.
Mhm. The
Good
only one,
experience?
absolutely, because um, I played that game for like 2 hours at a neighbor's house years and years and years ago when I was like 13 or something, and it never left my mind. And I bought at some point I bought the complete a guide, the guidebook or something.
Nice.
And yeah, 2 years ago I sat down and I started the game, and I had this plan for 175, but I wasn't ready, and yeah, I got it. And this is one of my proudest achievements because it has some tricky and challenging and difficult trophies, but overall, yeah, it's a game from my childhood, and I'm glad I have this on my profile. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a series that one day I definitely want a platinum on my profile. Especially with these amazing new remakes.
Mm.
It's cool. This was a game I knew about a lot when I was a child in the 90s, and even today, like a bit like Resident Evil, they just keep going strong. It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Mhm.
But I will get to it eventually. Okay, and then we've got Game of Thrones, the Telltale,
Mhm.
and then I'm surprised they've not tried to make a big Game of Thrones game, like third person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Action
Yeah.
adventure, but it's so popular.
Mhm.
And then Gas Station Simulator, 100 hours.
Mhm. When this came out, I played it because I thought it was interesting, and for 25 hours, hours. It was so much fun. And then two trophies were left, like rank up your popularity to 10. And it took me 66 hours of stupid grinding, scanning items, gassing up cars, and interchange between the two things for 66 hours. Not recommend this game.
I mean, but it shows a lot of perseverance and dedication. Like you really,
I
yeah.
pushed myself because I was one of the first achievers. I wasn't the first one, but I like top 10 or top 20 or something.
Nice.
I don't know. Um,
Nice.
yeah.
And then we've got an absolute banger of a game. I'm a huge fan of this. If they make a sequel, I think they are. I can't wait. I
Mm.
love this game. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it is open world. And what I loved the most about it was the wind. The wind
Yeah.
gave you directions. That was the biggest mind-blowing thing. I loved
Yeah.
this so much.
I think I read it in a review or something, and I was like, "What? The wind tells you where to go? What is this? What is this craziness?" And then I played the game. I was like, "Yeah, this is perfect. Every game should
Mhm.
have this."
Yeah, exactly.
And then I've learned recently with trophy list reviews to become a platinum goat, you have to play the goat simulator.
Mm.
Um, this is the one. Doesn't this have one really hard trophy? Is
So yeah, Flappy Goat, which is Flappy Bird, and this took me the longest. I remember playing this during home office. Um, yeah, it took me like I don't know how long it took me, but 2 days or so. Um, yeah,
it's always a funny
one
com
trophy. Yeah,
it's always a funny combo when a game is really short but surprisingly like
yeah,
difficult. It's always this
yeah,
makes me suspicious.
yeah, yeah.
And then we come to something very, very special. Let's get this up on the
Mhm.
full screen if we can. I think we can. Yeah, we can. Look at this.
Wow.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Every single God of War Platinum done, done and dusted. Absolutely beautiful.
Hmm. The most beautiful thing about this is you mentioned earlier um, series are beautiful to look at, and I considered myself not suited for that because I play games all over the place and I jump between games, and difficult games back then were not a thing for me. As you can see with God of War 1, I started the game 13 years ago, almost 14 years ago. And recently I found the courage to go and just try because I was so afraid of some of the trophies, the challenging, that they are challenge trophies who are a bit infamous. And yeah,
They
and
are.
when I got all these, what can I say? I'm so proud of this. And yeah, look at this beauty of a stack. And yeah, it's a great thing.
Favorite game out of the series?
God of War 3.
I thought you were going
Just,
to say that.
just because of the epicness it was back then. And I recently replayed, or recently in 2022. Yeah, and it still holds up. But of course, the games, the God of War games, they have to be looked at in its entirety because it is so rich and deep. And just picking one doesn't cut it, to be honest. So all of Kratos' story is incredible, and yeah, I'm very proud of this one.
Yeah, this is a special achievement. Very, very amazing. And some of these are done so quick as well, 17 hours.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was so afraid of them because do a playthrough on the hardest difficulty. And back then, I started my first ever platinum uh, was play through the game and get the platinum. And back then, I only played games on normal, and I remember putting down the difficulty for certain games because it was too frustrating. And so I never tried to earn any difficulty related trophies. Yeah, and that's why it took me so long. But these games are not too difficult. They have their difficult spikes. Some sections are very hard, and yeah, I wanted to throw my controller, but these are not long games, and yeah, great experience. I recommend them.
Yeah, same. Absolutely. Absolutely. Special series. I don't know what the future holds for it, but yeah, very special. And then on to another banger. Um, GTA 5, PS4,
Mm-hmm.
well over 200 hours.
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 10, but actually it's probably more difficult than that when you consider the online. Um, I like the symmetry, 8 years, 8 months. This
Yeah.
was remind me, I remember we had a conversation. I
Mm-hmm.
hope I get this right, where you were like playing a certain game and you were like,
Mm-hmm.
you either got sick or bored of it, or the
Yeah.
grind was too much. And I remember you said to me casually, you like, so I decided to just go platinum GTA 5 instead.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was this
This
was
was the
one of the
story.
most funniest things ever. I
Yeah.
think
Exactly.
we were co-op gaming and you said it so casually, like, yeah, I've stopped that game, so I'm just gonna platinum GTA 5 and I'll come back to it. And I was like, what? You're gonna just platinum GTA 5? Like it's a 10 minute
Yes.
job? Like,
Yes. Yes. It took me a month from I restarted the game completely from start to finish, from start to the platinum. It took me about a month, and yeah, funny story, and yeah, but it was like that. I couldn't stand the other game, and I took a break 1 month, fully locked in, and the game is grindy. The online thing is grindy and not fun, but yeah, overall a
yes,
great experience.
it was so funny because I think when we caught up a month and a half later, I was like, did you, how's GTA 5? And you're like, yeah, I platinumed it 3 weeks ago. It's done. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I love it. I love it. It's great. And we got
Mhm.
Graveyard Keeper on the PS4, a long
Mhm.
platinum, 60 hours,
Yeah, love it.
bang down a week, very nice. Gris, 5 hours. I see this quite a lot. It's a good narrative game. Um,
Mm.
I think one that I should check out eventually. And then Hades, a deceptively hard platinum, I think, from the
Yes.
research I've done and stuff.
Hmm. There's a big but. The developers have one function in the game, um, which reduces the difficulty by 1% every time you die. And that's why I could get this platinum, because for sure I would not be able to get the platinum if it weren't for this setting in game. I think it's called God mode or something, and it gives you 1% less damage or more damage reduction or something like that. And yeah, but great, a fun game, um, out of my comfort zone too. Um, but I recommend it. Yeah,
Yeah, the sequel is out or coming out.
I think it is out,
It's out. It's out. Yeah.
or maybe early access or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
And then we've got Heavy Rain, both on PS3 and PS4.
Mhm. Love that game.
Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I did this. This is like my fourth or fifth platinum. It's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah,
The-
it's unique.
It's yeah, it's very unique, definitely.
Mhm.
I wish the sequel was on PS, but anyway, that's fine. Um, we got a Vita, I think the first Vita platinum
Oh yeah.
in the trophy list. How many
Yeah.
Vita platinums do you have?
Two or three.
Okay.
And it was I looked for easy platinums and to play on the Vita, because yeah, my Vita is like a stepchild, not very beloved, and I'm so sorry for that. Um, yeah, no, and I feel bad, and I found this and played it, but it wasn't worth it. It is one of these cheap, easy platinums, not very engaging, and yeah, 92% completion tells you everything.
I love it. My Vita's a stepchild. Yeah. It's hard to do a long platinum on the Vita though. Your hands are gonna
Mm.
like cramp up. Um, On to us, another platinum of yours I'm jealous of. Hogwarts Legacy
Mm.
PS5. I've really got to do this. And we're both big Harry Potter fans. It's just the collectibles put me off.
Yeah,
They really put me off. It's just one of those games where you need 60, 70 hours and just invest.
yeah. This is a game you can play while you're listening to this podcast format. Just put on a podcast, a good video, listen to it, and then grind away the collectibles because 600 collectibles is too much. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. And then we come on to another banger, one of these serious platinums. Hollow Knight. It's not showing the numbers for some reason, but I know this is like a 10 out of 10 type game.
Yeah, but
Um,
I used a glitch. I'm fully admitting it. I wasn't
this
good
is the
enough.
famous glitch that people can
Yeah,
use. Yeah.
yeah. About 3/4 in, you can perform an invincibility glitch, and then the game becomes very easy. And for some reason, the game didn't click with me. Um, I usually like Metroidvania type games, but the controls didn't feel good to me personally, and I wanted to get the game over with. And I'm sorry, I don't like the game, and I'm ashamed of using the glitch. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And to be fair, you
Yeah,
still have to play three courses of the game to get to where you could
yeah,
use it.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
is what it is. And then we got the two Horizon games. I've done Zero Dawn. I
Mhm.
wanted to do Forbidden West, but they've taken it off PS. They're taking it off PS Plus
Mm.
now, I think next
Okay.
week, which is
Mm.
very annoying. Is the sequel good? Is it worth
It is
doing?
more of the same, and I personally, it didn't have the magic I expected. It looks stunning, no problem, but and I'm a big open world fan. I'm a big fan of Sony exclusive, but this game, I bought it with Dying Light 2. It came out around the time Dying Light 2 came out, and both games I did not enjoy. And I had to go back, and so,
Hmm.
hmm, yeah,
Okay. Fair
not a
enough.
must play, in my opinion.
Then we've got House Flipper, and then we've got a special game, ICO.
Yeah, I personally will Eco or Ico.
Oh, ICO. Okay.
Um, so yeah, the game is very special. It's by the creators of Shadow of the Colossus. And basically, you are a boy in a castle. You rescue a princess, and the mechanic is you have to press a button to take the hand of the princess to take her with you. And when you release the button, she stays at the place where you left her. And it is a special place in my heart. It feels like an old game from it is not a modern game by any means, but yeah, I went back as you can see 10 years later, 1 month, and then it blew me away. And you have to work for the platinum because there is a speed run. I think speed run the game in under 3 hours or something like that, and it took me 3 tries. But yeah, great game. I love it. Yeah, one of my favorite experiences.
Yeah, I gotta love the dedication to go back
Mhm. Yeah.
and finish that. Very nice. Then we got Immortals Fenyx Rising. This is one that I've been considering as well because I got it on PS
Mhm.
Plus.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's open world. I had a glitch, unfortunately, because there is a task bot. You have to complete every task, and the last task glitched on me, and I had to replay the whole game, and that, sorry, ruined the game for me. But other than that, it's a fun Ubisoft open world platinum.
yeah, so a lot of dedication again to go back
Yeah.
and finish it.
Yeah, but it's also frustrating. You play through the whole game, and then it glitches and your brain's like, oh, I want this to be over, I want to have the platinum. And then I said fuck it, and yeah,
Let's go again.
yeah, let's go again. Yeah.
In the rays of the light, we've both got this. Nothing much to say about this. then Infamous, four
Mhm.
Infamous Platinums.
Yeah. Um, Infamous is very special because Infamous 1 on PS3 is the game I got my first ever trophy in. And I went back after 12 years, 9 months to complete the game. And I
Nice.
think it still holds up. So, big dream of mine.
Yeah, I think people think it's probably possibly the best in the series, don't they?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the game in years, to be honest. But yeah, the series has a very special place in my heart.
And then you did First Light in 1 day.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it happens. Like start the game on a Sunday morning and
Yeah.
then finish by, I don't know, 5 minutes before midnight or something like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm,
This is another one we both have, Kona. I do like
mm.
this one.
Yeah, great atmosphere.
Very good atmosphere. Yeah, very, very good. Very interesting. Then we got Lara Croft Go. We got Late Shift.
Mm,
Then we got the Lego series. We've got Harry Potter years 1 to 4 and years 5 to 7.
mhm.
Marvel superheroes and Lord of the Ring. I did Lord of the Rings on the Vita. I loved it. I
Yeah, I
was
loved it. My favorite Lego game.
Yeah, I forgot. I think I forgot that they take the audio from the films. So when I
Mm,
started the game and I started hearing the real audio, I was like, "Oh my God, this is epic!" It was.
mhm.
I like Lego Lord of the Rings. This is a good
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm due a Lego game. I need to do one on the Vita.
yeah. I think I'm done for now. I My second favorite is Lego Harry Potter, the years 1 to 4.
Yeah.
But Marvel Superhero did not enjoy the end game grind, and Lego Harry Potter years 5 to 7 were more of the same and not as polished as the first one. Yeah.
And then I know we come to a special game, Lies of
Mhm.
P. I remember very well when you were doing this start of the year. You did it
Yeah,
really quick.
yeah, yeah. So this is a Souls-like game in the not in the style of Bloodborne, but in the spirit of Bloodborne. And I was what's the word? I was looking for a game. I wanted a game like Bloodborne, and at first I was like, these machine type enemies doesn't appeal to me. But when I played it, it sucked me right in, and yeah, 1 week, 4 days, 2 weeks. I think also 100 hours, 100 hours in a week, 4 days. Banger game, loved it.
Yeah, I think it looks like a great game.
And I did 3 playthroughs. Usually you can save scum endings for FromSoftware games, but I liked the game, or I loved the game so much that I did 3 playthroughs.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice to do it that way, like the proper
yeah,
way, so to
yeah,
speak.
yeah.
It was on sale. I was in a game store a few months ago and it was on a big sale and I actually picked it up really cheap. So I have it physically behind
Nice.
me for the day that I get some courage.
I'm so looking forward to you discovering all these great games. You
Yeah,
have it in you. I love that. I'm looking forward to this.
yeah, it'll hopefully open up and be a new chapter. And then
It
we
will.
got the Life is Strange series. Yeah, this is
Mhm.
on PS Plus and a lot of subscribers are always telling me about how good these are. And I'm definitely gonna get round to these. I think there's a new one coming out as well. So
Mhm.
they look like cool cinematic games. We got Lost Ember. And then people get ready to get jealous. We've got the platinum millions want, but millions can't get. Oh my God. I
This is
was
a crime.
I was talking about this recently in our trophy list review, and I was just saying that
Yeah.
the developer is so silly. They should patch the trophy so that as soon as you start the
Mhm.
game, it pops that trophy because
Yeah.
they're losing money. Like I want to play this
Yeah.
game, but I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want I don't want an unfinished game
Mhm.
on it annoys me when I
Mhm.
can't get the platinum for a game because of the reason like this.
Yeah. Absolutely. This was a special game, open world. What is special about it? I love the Oh, that was the game. So it's an open world game. You have to liberate camps, and the enemies disappear from the areas. And one trophy is about the challenges, and the challenges is like kill X amount of enemies with your spikes on the car and stuff like that. And I had completed all the camps, and no enemies around, or only in certain places. And I remember grinding this specific challenge for a few hours, and that was my first ever grinding experience, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. The amount of times every few months on Reddit, I always find someone ranting about this game. It's so funny. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
And I think this was so the it's not even one trophy, it's part of a trophy. It's completing the challenge list, and one aspect of the challenge list is unobtainable because you need online connection to get automatic scraps, like and I think that would be easy to patch, but
Oh,
yeah.
so even it's one part of a trophy.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, goodness me.
it's small. It's a passive thing. You get it when you play the game and you are online. You would get it if you play for long enough.
It's so funny. I'd love
Mhm.
to like, I wish we could bump into like the head of finance with this developer and just say, by the way, my friend, if you patch this one section, you'll make about 1 million more in revenue within a
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Then we got Maneater, we got Guardians. This was like my second or third last platinum. Yeah,
Mm.
I really enjoyed this. Took a while
Yeah,
for me to get into it, but I really liked it.
same. Yeah,
And then, of course, the most probably the most popular platinum ever,
yeah.
Spider-Man. I still haven't done this. I do need to do. I've got it for free on PS Plus, but I
It's
think
shorter.
the second
Yeah,
playthrough annoys me.
okay. It's shorter, and I enjoyed it more than Spider-Man, the
Okay.
first one. So yeah, maybe unpopular opinion, but yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I think one that I'll hopefully get to. Metal Hellsinger.
Mhm.
I've considered this so many times. It's like it's the FPS, but you fight to the rhythm of the
Yes.
music. It's
Hmm.
crazy that. Great idea.
Yeah, out of my comfort zone for sure, but the soundtrack pulled me in, and yeah, it's a fun game, not too difficult, and yeah.
Nice. Another platinum that we share. I really loved it. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor.
Hmm.
Really good game. Open
Yeah,
world. Very
yeah,
nice. Lots
yeah.
of things to
Open.
do.
Yeah.
Good combat. It's like the Arkham style combat a little
Hmm.
bit.
Yeah.
It's really cool. We got Midnight Deluxe. Got Minecraft.
Hmm. Yeah. For the longest time, I ignored Minecraft when it was popular because I never had a gaming PC. But at some point, I grabbed a copy, a used copy, and yeah, it grabbed my attention. And I love open world, I love survival, I love building stuff, base building, and the game surprised me by a lot. And it's a proud platinum, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Definitely takes a lot of commitment. And yeah, like you
Hmm.
said, it ticked a lot of the boxes of things that you like in particular.
Yeah,
So then we got Minute, Murdered Soul Suspect, the infamous Mayonnaise.
yeah. I wanted to extend a rush, a platinum rush, and yeah.
Oh, don't worry, trust me, we've all been there. Nier Automata.
Hmm.
It's a game I've definitely considered in the
Hmm.
past.
Hmm.
It looks like a fun one.
It was fun, yeah. Um, I don't have to say much about it. If you're
It's
interested, play
okay.
it, and if
Yeah.
not, then yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed it.
I know this is a game that you're a big fan of, and
Yep.
you regard this very highly.
Yeah. And the funny story is, we all know about the hype, right? The trailers for No Man's Sky, and people were so I avoided all the trailers, all the hype. I literally found out about the game one day before release, and I thought, oh, it's open world. People talk about it. Okay, I pick it up, and I picked the game up. I installed it, played it, and within a week I had the platinum. The game was bare bones compared to now, but I enjoyed my time with it because my expectations were not overhyped and nothing. And yeah, I plan on doing the PS5 version, and maybe I do a comparison from the bare bones PS4 version to now, because what the devs have done is incredible. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's really fun.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You're a day one fan. You could compare it. You'd be the best place to compare it.
Mhm.
Old Man's Journey, I've done this. Charming little short platinum. It's cool.
Mhm.
We got Overland, Oxenfree, and then Rift Apart. I've also done this. Very short. I remember I did it in one full day. I borrowed a copy of my friend and just
Yeah,
did it pretty quick. Good game. And then now we come to a very special place. If you watch the
your
channel, you know.
territory. Yeah.
If you watch the channel, you know. Right, here we go. Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Which one was your 7 was your no, number 2 was your first one.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I had played Resident Evil 7 before that. Didn't have the platinum because, of course, the playthrough in hardcore difficulty put me off.
Yeah.
And I knew nothing about Resident Evil 2. I knew only that it was beloved by the fans, the second one. And I played it and it blew me away. I did like 8 playthroughs, um, but it didn't feel like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, Resident
I,
Evil 2 is my favorite.
I remember I read the trophy list, the trophy guide for Resident Evil 2, and I just remember thinking, what the hell are they talking about? I was so confused. They're like Leon A, do this in Claire B, then go to Leon B. And I was like, do you know what? Let's just play the game and maybe see about the platinum. But then as you play it, you're like, oh, I understand what I have to do. And it's
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
special. This
yeah,
was this
you
this
just
was this was not the funnest platinum experience for you, should we say?
no. It was. I was glad it was over. It is a great game, um, but the difficulty. I don't know. I couldn't get into the combat, the kicking and shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. It's a great game. It's a great remake. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's very if you play 7 and 2, then you go to this, it's very different. It's almost a different franchise in a way in terms of game style, gameplay.
Gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally different. And then we've got Rhyme. I see this one quite a lot
Yeah,
on Triller.
short platinum. That was the reason. I googled easy platinums and
Yeah,
found
nothing
this.
wrong with that. I love myself. I love a short platinum. It's nice, especially in between the big ones. I love them.
Yeah.
And then Rise of the Tomb Raider. I've started this, but I can't. I don't know why I can't get into it. I don't know what it
Mhm.
is, the setting or I don't know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it's a good game.
It was fun. Yeah, I didn't like the time trials or the challenges. They put me off, but yeah, eventually I went back to it and yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We need another Tomb Raider game.
Mm.
Road 96, I believe, is coming to
Mm.
PS Plus next
Okay.
month.
Okay.
So I think I might put it on my list.
Yeah, it's a short and sweet choose your own adventure game.
Yeah.
Mm. It was all right, in my opinion.
And then this is quite a big Vita Platinum, Salt and
Oh, I
Sanctuary.
forgot about this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite a juicy Vita Platinum.
It is, and I started to play through it blind, and at some point I just was so confused where to go and what to do, and I watched a guide, I think from OptiNoob. I'm not sure if it was his guide, but I think yeah, he had, got a video. He made a video, uh, platinum in 12 hours or so, and then I followed this, and yeah,
Is it
it's a
one playthrough or multiple playthroughs?
uh, I'm not sure. I think you can do it in one with save
Mm.
uh, uploads and stuff. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, the map is a bit confusing.
But yeah, that's a really good Vita Platinum to have.
Mm,
I'm definitely
yeah.
jealous. That's a good one.
Okay.
Sea of Solitude, I've done this. Isn't that nice
Mhm. Yeah,
indie game? You can kind of,
German developer. Yeah, for that reason I wanted to support it. Talks about mental health. Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice game. I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
And then Sea of Stars.
Mhm. The first game I ever forced my no, not forced, but they were taking it off, or they announced that they would take it off, and yeah, I went back to it and got the platinum just in time. It's a good game. It's a lot of content. Yeah, I took a break between. I played through the story with all most side quests naturally. Then I took a break, and then yeah, I returned to it and did all the collectibles that were left. And it has a good the fast travel system in the end game is very good, very convenient, and that made it bearable because there's so much to collect. And yeah, but it's a good game. I recommend it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, very popular one for sure. So then we've got Seasons After Fall, and then we've got a big one, an
Mhm.
absolute big one. People call this the hardest from software game, the hardest from software platinum. Sekiro
Mhm.
Shadows Die Twice. Done over 2 years, 2 months. Chipped away at it. I love it. Love it.
So I would agree with the statement that this is the hardest From Software game, simply because in all the other From Software, you have the ability to level up your stats with grinding. And the progress in this game is you have to earn certain items, like 4 prayer beats or something, or 5 prayer beats. And then your strength goes up, your attack strength and stuff like that. So you can't over level enemies. And the final boss has like 3 or 4 stages, and I couldn't beat him. And that's why it took me 2 years, because I had to pause for a year. And then I got the itch to, okay, let's go back and finish this bastard. And and I had to overpower him with taking all the I collect every item, and I store it because yeah, I need it later. I don't want to waste it and stuff. And literally because I did that, I had enough items to take during the fight and overpower him. And yeah, because skill wise, it was too challenging. And I remember posting on the subreddit, I'm a From Software noob, but a From Software noob with all the platinums or something like that. And then a screenshot of Sekiro. I was so proud of that. So yeah, this is the most challenging platinum, the most challenging From Software game because of the progression system. And the combat is still, it's more about parrying or yeah, deflecting
Hmm.
more than blocking and everything. So it has a different rhythm to it, but it's still one of my favorite experiences because you have to work for the platinum. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a big one. Absolute banger of a platinum. And then we come to one of your favorite games, one of your favorite experiences.
Yes. Shadow of the Colossus. As you can see, the PS3 version came before that, so I earned it
Yeah.
around the same time as Ego. also 10 years of 1 month. And back then I didn't get into this. It has a great atmosphere and stuff, but for some reason I left the game. But when I came back, the game clicked for me, and yeah, it is a great experience. And my favorite story about this is there is hard time attack mode, so you have to beat all the colossus or colossi in a certain amount of time, and one of the colossus had like a time limit of 6 minutes, and I couldn't do it. And I watched every video, every guide, every strategy on YouTube, and I couldn't replicate it, and I was about to give up. And then because I what's it called? Because I played the game so much, I noticed that I could stand on the shoulder of the Colossus, and then he wouldn't shake his head as much, and I could beat him that way. And of course, I was so happy about it, and one of my proudest platinums. And then months, or I think months later, I got a reply on my Reddit post, because I had asked in the subreddit, "Hey guys, could you help me with this? I'm not sure how to beat it and stuff." And I got a comment from someone who asked the same thing. "Hey, did you get an answer for this? Do you know how to beat this Colossus?" And I told him everything, and he could replicate my strategy, and he was so happy. And he even sent me some money, and I was blown away. And yeah, it shows that if you put into the work to earn a trophy, you can help others, and it is so much more rewarding than just getting the trophy for yourself. If you can help someone with it, it's a great experience. And after that, I was so blown away. I immediately played the PS4 remake, and this is the best version to play the game. So if you plan on playing Shadow of the Colossus, pick up the PS4 version and enjoy the game. It's visually stunning.
Yeah,
It
but sorry,
Yeah,
go on.
no, it's easier. It's a little bit easier, and you see, because I knew what to do. 2 days, 4 hours for the platinum. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's what I
was
was
my
gonna say.
knowledge, my 10-year knowledge.
I was gonna say your decade worth of knowledge, and then boom, you got it done really quickly on the PS4 version. But yeah, yeah, I love that Reddit story. I think the trophies subreddit is very funny. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had some funny experiences sharing advice, getting advice from people.
Yes. It's the little things, right? Sometimes not the video on YouTube, but the comments provide more insightful advice sometimes. I love that.
Yeah, I remember once I posted about a year and a half ago, I posted a Red Dead 2 Platinum question where I was just clarifying a few things.
Mhm.
And it was a thorough question. And then someone responded going, "Can someone please answer this guy's question so that we can all get back to our normal lives after this platinum?"
Okay,
It was
nice.
it was so
Oh,
funny.
great. Yeah.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I've done this two.
Mhm.
No, it's not two playthroughs. You just have to do it on the hardest difficulty. I chose to do two playthroughs.
Yeah, me too.
Um, it's a good one. I enjoyed this a lot. Really cool setting in the jungle and
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then we got Sifu. Sifu, I feel, is like a bit like the Fall Guys situation where
Yes,
it
yes,
is, right?
it is.
Yeah.
So I played this game out of my comfort zone. Great, stunning artwork and
Yes.
satisfying combat and everything, but tough, hard, difficult. And I had to take a break of 2 weeks, and after that, I went back and finished the game and beat all the bosses and stuff. And I was so proud of it. And later, the dev introduced an easy mode, and the game became easier. I don't know how easy, but I suffered through the standard difficulty, or the first version. And yeah, so it is what it is. I still hold the memories dear in my heart.
Yeah.
So
This deserves an OR badge.
yeah, a little bit.
And then we got sorcery you did over 10 years and 6 months. This is possibly your longest platinum?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
So as I said, my first trophy was Infamous, and this took me 12 years.
oh yeah, yeah.
But Sorcery, it is a PlayStation Move game. That's special about it. And my Move controllers still work. And yeah, I had fun. 10 years later, I played the game through the game from start to finish. And yeah, I mean, having a special PS3 Move Platinum in the collection.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They should put that in the label, I think, on the PSN profiles.
Okay.
This might be the first PlayStation Move Platinum we've had on the trophy list reviews
Ooh,
videos, possibly, I think.
nice,
I might get a
nice,
comment
nice.
from someone who says I did one, but you didn't mention it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Then we got South Park, Stick of Truth. These are very popular games. People
yeah,
love this series, understandably.
yeah. Funny.
Spirit of the North is a nice, relaxed platinum.
Yeah.
I've got it. I think I've got it downloaded. Um, it's one that I might get to on a rainy day.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This was good. This was one of my like I think my seventh or eighth platinum when I was still
Mm.
learning
Yeah.
platinums and learning if I'm good enough for certain games. It's a good game, this.
Yeah. I remember putting difficulty from normal to easy. That's all I have to say about this. I enjoyed it because it's a Star Wars Platinum, but the cleanup wasn't fun because of the fast travel system, and I played the
No,
game on easy.
the cleanup is
Yeah.
oh my God. I ran through levels so many times looking for one place to 100% the map or something like that. Like the cleanup is, yeah, not good.
Mhm.
Same with the sequel, by the way. Same with the
Okay.
sequel. But it is good. Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Two trophies doesn't or don't fit in, and even the developer, the I think it's a single developer, even he admitted that these two trophies are out of place, and he patched it. Basically, it's a mini game where you have a twin stick shooter and that you have to beat without you have to beat, and the second trophy is for beating it without dying. And this was impossible, but fortunately he patched in that you could leave the game, sleep, save your progress, and then continue. And if you die, you can reload your save. That was the thing that made it possible for me to get the platinum, because
Okay.
it's a fun platinum. Yeah.
Nice.
Otherwise,
Nice. Speaking of fun platinums,
oh yeah.
this is a game that came out this year. I think PlayStation exclusive. It's one
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna pick it up, I think, when it goes on a good sale.
Mhm.
Um, Stellar Blade, you really like this, didn't you?
So far, game of the year for me.
It's your game of the year?
I would say so, yeah, because it looks stunning. It was bug free when on release, so that blew me away. I had no problems with it. Soundtrack is fun. It's overall, I had a good time with it, and that is rare these days. The platinum trophy was a bit grindy because there's loads of collectibles, but other than that, nothing but fun and stunning visuals. And yeah.
Yeah, I really look forward to getting this game. Really do. I think I want to get a physical, and I'm just waiting for a good
Mm.
sale so I can have
Mm.
a copy behind me. And then we got Storm Boy, Stranded Deep, Stray. I've done this. Yeah, nice little game. Has a very
Mhm.
stupid trophy. You have to sleep for like half an hour and just
Yeah.
waste your electricity. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Submerged Hidden Depths. This is one that I have considered as well. It's a nice shorter platinum. Um, Subnautica, this is a cool game.
Loved it.
Yeah, it's a cool look. It looks like a unique game.
It is
Um,
unique. It is open world underwater, which is so cool.
yeah, I mean that sells it, right? Open world
Mhm.
underwater. That just kind of sells it. Super hard. This is quite a tricky game, no?
It is. And the hardest part is, of course, the challenge trophy, beat all challenges. And one challenge is the no restart challenge, which is a no death run in one sitting without saving. And for the longest time, that haunted me. And but yeah, I this was one of my goals in 2023, I think, and I was so glad that I got it because when you get you set your goals and then you reach these goals, so satisfying. It's a challenging platinum, and it is ultra rare. That says everything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
And
a F it's a
I
FP.
played it.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry.
Sorry.
um, I think I picked this game up because I like the platinum icon. That
Yeah,
was
you're
my
into your platinum
motivation.
icons, which I like.
Yeah, okay.
It's interesting. FPS,
Mhm.
no death, one sitting trophy. Interesting.
Yeah.
Superliminal,
Mhm.
telling li is telling lies the one with real actors?
Yes. So basically, play,
It's an interactive movie, basically, kind of.
you sit in front of a computer and searching videos in a video database. Yeah, and you watch clips, right, in with human actors and stuff. Yeah, and you
Yeah, that's
find
cool.
clues and it is unique. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is cool. Ah, The Artful Escape. Yeah, this was one of those on PS Plus that I downloaded, but I never did. But it looked pretty cool, the style of it and stuff. It looked like cool short
Mm-hmm.
platinum.
For sure. Yeah.
The Bunker is one that I want to do.
Mm,
Um,
yeah. I I love Telling Lies and Late Shift earlier. These two games I liked. The Bunker wasn't that good, so I wouldn't recommend it.
okay, fair enough. Then we've got the Complex, and then we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Let me scroll up to get this right. We've got the Four Dark Pictures anthology.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
pretty good. One of them you did in a day. Two of them you did in a day.
Mm-hmm. So the story behind this is we will be doing my first, or we will be reaching the platinum that got me into trophy hunting. And the Dark Pictures anthology, Men of Medan, was the second game, and it had a terrible trophy list. I'm a fan of these type of games. Don't get me wrong, I have lots of them, but the trophy list for Men of Medan was well, and I abandoned these type of games for a very long time. But eventually, I returned to the series and got all the platinums, and yeah, they are fun games to play. Especially the first playthrough. The first playing playthrough is incredible, and yeah, the trophy list got better over time, more forgiving. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. So it's definitely a series that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And then we've got an absolute banger back to back. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim twice.
Mhm.
So Skyrim done on the PS3 first,
Yeah.
over 8 years and 4 months.
Yeah.
You went back on the PS4 and did it in 5.5 years. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Again, open world games and 500 hours in total with both games. And I had to. The thing is why I gave up on the PS3 version is was a bug that prevented me from continuing the story, and I had to delete and start over. Yeah, I did it during the pandemic, and yeah, great games, still great games, and I know, or I know why people love these games.
Yeah, I think Skyrim is like this immortal game that just
Mhm.
forever people always love. The Forest is quite a tricky platinum, isn't it? If
It is time consuming,
yeah.
and my thoughts on it. I hated the monsters, but then I found out that it has a pacifist mode, something like that, where you don't have to engage with the monsters. And then I played through the game, got most of the trophies, and by the time then I got used to the horror or the strange mutants or whatnot. And it is more time consuming than difficult. Open world survival game, right up my alley. Yeah, but
Nice.
there's a trophy for cutting down 1,000 trees, and this takes forever.
Oh my God. Who comes up with these trophies, honestly?
Right?
Honestly. And
It's to extend the lifespan of a game,
yeah, exactly.
to push numbers to impress corporate suits.
Yeah, then you can tell people this guy spent 100 hours in my game chopping trees. A couple of platinums that we share, pretty good indie short games, Gardens Between, Last Campfire. I like Last Campfire.
Mm.
And then a very, very special series,
Mm.
Last of Us Part 1, PS5 remaster, Last of Us Part 2, the original, Part 2 remastered, and then the OG PS4 remastered, the hardest Last of Us Platinum, a special one.
Yes, a very special one. Platinum number 50. And this was so out of my comfort zone because it had difficulty trophies, it had multiplayer trophies, which required 180 multiplayer matches. And by back then, I was someone who played games on easy. My aim sucks, especially in a competitive environment. But I set this as my goal. I wanted this to have the milestone number 50 this game because the story and the characters mean so much to me. And turns out I enjoyed the multiplayer part. And this game taught me how to at least try the multiplayer trophies because it might be something that I enjoy. And this, yeah, blew my mind back then. I even got, while I was earning the multiplayer trophies, I even got the DLC trophies done, and they are kill related. Kill 5 enemies in a match on this map and this map. And by the time I finished the multiplayer part, I had all the multiplayer trophies, and yeah, one of my most memorable moments.
Nice. And yeah, thanks to
Um,
that, you ended up with 100% because you got those DLC trophies. You did it
yeah.
quick as well, a month and 2 days. And also this game
Hmm.
you have to play on survival difficulty, the hardest
I,
difficulty.
but 1 month, that doesn't sound. Did I'm not sure. This looks weird, to be honest.
I mean,
But
you probably didn't sleep and you didn't eat much, but you
uh,
know, it's
no, yeah, maybe the timestamps or something. I don't know. Um,
but sometimes you know what, a game can take in your head, a game took a longer time, but then you look at the
yeah,
trophy pops.
maybe because I was so focused, and it was the end of the year. I had 2 weeks of work, so maybe it is. Yeah,
Yeah. I had that with one of our upcoming co-op games where I thought it took much longer. Then when I popped it, I
okay,
was like, oh, it was only this long.
nice. Okay,
I
nice.
just I just wish the remastered PS5 versions had a difficulty trophy. I know it sounds
Hmm.
funny to say that. It's nice they're easy platinums, but I would have liked them to
Yeah,
say New Game Plus, play the hardest difficulty and you get a trophy and
yeah,
that's your platinum. That would have been nice.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I want to go back to part two and do grounded mode
Mm.
just for fun. I'd like to do
Yeah,
that.
grounded mode is honestly one of the best ways to experience the game
Yeah.
because it immerses you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, it is frustrating, but it's so immersive. I
Yeah.
agree.
I'd like to do that for sure. Then we've got the Long Dark, the Long
Yeah,
Reach.
the
We've
long
got
dark
a
is what. Let me. Sorry for interrupting, but the long dark, I have to tell you because this is a game I found by accident. I love open world. I love survival, and I stumbled upon the Kickstarter campaign of this game in 2013. And since then, I've been following the development of the game, and it's so crazy. They they have yet to finish the story mode, the fifth episode, after 13 years, which is crazy. And at some point, I went for the platinum, which is very difficult and time consuming. And it is my rarest platinum to this day. That's why it's so special.
Yeah, and unfortunately, because of a glitch on Google Chrome, the numbers aren't showing up, but I believe it's 200 hours and 9
Oh, yeah.
playthroughs.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, it's of course because you have to you have a mechanic in the game where you have to charcoal and you draw the map where you stand and you have to uncover the whole map with charcoal and that takes a long time. So that's why it's 200 hours.
Yeah, it's a super ultra rare. I mean,
Mm, yeah.
that is impressive. And then another rare game is Lord of the Rings War in the North, PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
don't see this often.
yeah, it has 2 or 3 co-op trophies, and I'm a bit ashamed, but I will share this. I got a co-op partner and I couldn't do my part, and so he did my part of the trophy with 2 controllers while I was in the game. I don't know how he
Nice.
did it. So you have to kill a certain enemy in a specific way with a precise timing and whatnot, and I couldn't do it. And yeah, uh, funny thing.
And then we've got the Medium, The Order, 1886. I've done that. Definitely a popular one with us trophy hunters. Nice and short, but very fun.
Mhm,
The Quarry, from the same developers as Dark
mhm.
Pictures and um,
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn, which is coming up.
Mhm,
And then we've got Suicide of Rachel Foster. I've got this. I need to
mhm,
just play it and tick off my list. Yeah, I think I got it on a sale.
mhm.
Um, and then we've got a Telltale series that I know you really like, and
Yeah.
one in particular is
Yeah.
important. Was this number one?
Yes, The Walking Dead, the PS3 version, was my first ever platinum trophy in 2012. And I got it while playing through the game. And it was the first time I ever noticed a platinum trophy, and I didn't think much of it. So it didn't make me a platinum hunter then. It took me 3 more years um, with a game that is still coming up.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, The Walking Dead, very dear place in my heart. I did it twice. As you can see, the Vita, I completed the Vita version as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like the game, especially the first season. I like very much. Yeah.
Nice. Another Vita Platinum as well. Nice.
Mhm.
Then we come to The Witness.
Mhm.
This is a difficult platinum. I think a deceptively difficult
It,
platinum.
it is, and I started the game and I had so much fun. And I at one point I was so frustrated. It's a puzzle game, by the way. I was so frustrated. I looked up a guide and ruined the experience a bit for me. But there's one trophy that is called Beat a Certain Challenge. And it's a challenge, a random generated challenge, time challenge. And I couldn't do it. And I, it took me, I think, over a year with 6 months break in between. But I learned how to play the game properly. I learned all the rules, and after a year, I got the trophy, the challenge trophy, legit, and it is one of my favorite experiences of all time. And I still play the game sometimes, maybe once a year or so. I play through the game from start to finish and challenge myself with a little bit of speed run. How fast can I get the platinum trophy again? Like that, I'm
Nice.
like 6 hours or so. It takes me 6 hours.
Nice. That got me
Yeah.
thinking the other day when I was playing Resident Evil 4 for the 2 millionth time. I was
Mhm.
like, PlayStation should make some kind of ghost platinum mode where if you want to earn the platinum again, but it doesn't count,
Oh,
but like trophies pop again, but they're like almost there's some
yeah.
opacity, so they look like a ghost type thing. So you know,
Mm.
like, oh, you got that trophy again, but it doesn't count. I would love that if they could just turn that on again.
Yeah,
If you
that
could
would
turn it
be,
on and do that.
yeah, great idea.
Then we got Wolf Among Us, Telltale. I've also got that. This War of Mine, Toem, and then I'm speeding up because we're coming to
Mhm.
two special games. So
Yes.
Tom Clancy's The Division, Clancy's The Division 2. So I think the story with this is you got this one first, I know for a fact.
Mhm. Yeah. Tell him. Tell him the
And
story.
and then so what happened was me and Platinum Vault discovered each other through the trophy list review videos. So Platinum Vault would comment on them and then I'd start chatting and we were getting along. And then I reviewed one of your trophy list reviews, and one of you had got the Division 2 Platinum. And I remember saying during the review, going, I'd really like to play these games, but I think they're co-op and you need someone, but they look really fun. And then Platinum Vault commented, going, I've started Division 2 and I'd really be interested. If you're up for it, we could do a co-op. And then we started playing together and we did the the Division 2 over the course of probably 4 or 5 months because I think you started first, which is why it looks
Yeah,
longer.
that, yeah.
Um, and it was so much fun. I think we played Division 2 probably 60% of it together, and then 40% in the middle we did you can do solo.
Yeah, I
And
was captivated by the game and went ahead a little bit because I couldn't stop playing the game.
yeah. Yeah, that's a theme that came up in Division. So Division 2, it was like we were on the same level, the same place, and then I don't know, 2 weeks passed and I've gone up 2 levels, and then I speak to Platform. He's like, "Yeah, I'm right at the end. I've got 2 trophies left. I just need to do this, this, and this." And I was like, "What?" And then you started advising me, and then
Yeah.
I started the division this year because it was free on PS Plus Extra, and it's set in New York, and I like the setting, and
Mhm.
I kind of said to Platinum Bolt, "Let's go again. Let's do it again." And then I was ahead because I played it first. And then the same the same thing happened where I was like 10 levels ahead of Plowball, telling him, go here, do this, do this. And then a week and a half goes, silence. And I speak to Plowball, and he's like, yeah, I'm at the end. I've got one trophy left.
Yeah.
And I was like, I left you on like level 6. I was level 20. How did this happen? It's so funny. But
Yeah.
I really like them. I think they're great
Yeah,
games.
I agree.
I had so much fun with you. To pop the Division 1 Platinum, we did some silly boosting at the end, you remember?
Oh yeah.
I had to headshot enemies with a pistol to help the cooldown. So you were shooting them in the body, getting their damage low, and I was just
Oh
headshotting them.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a boosting masterclass at the end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
great co-op game for sure.
Yeah, and I can't wait for Division 3, which I believe is definitely being made. I can't wait for that. And then we've got three classic Tomb Raiders on the PS3 as well. We got
Hmm.
the first one from the new trilogy on
Yeah.
PS3, which has a big multiplayer grind.
Hmm.
And then Tomb Raider Legend on the PS3, done in a day, nice. And Underworld.
Yeah. So as a kid, I played on my PS2. I played Tomb Raider Legend. That is the Tomb Raider I played the most. And yeah, overall, these games hold up. They give you a feeling of nostalgia, even if you haven't played them,
Yeah,
because they feel old school and they are not too difficult. A day and 7 hours. I enjoyed them quite a bit, and yeah, I'm proud of these three PS3 trophies, platinum trophies, because PS3 is slowly getting more and more abandoned,
yeah,
and every PS3 platinum is a huge win in my book.
it's almost like a double platinum, honestly, because of the effort to
Yeah.
go into a PS3, 100%, 100%. So then we've got Truber Brook, and then we come on to another amazing series and one I highly recommend to all trophy hunters.
Yeah.
Uncharted, starring Nathan Drake. And look at this, you've got one, two, three, four, five, six. 7 Uncharted Platinums.
Yeah, the only thing I regret is not getting one Uncharted 2 multiplayer trophy. It is for getting a cooperative game. And back then, when I earned these trophies, the servers were so empty. Then I told myself, yeah, I get it tomorrow. And I never went back to it. And now I have one multiplayer trophy left that is unobtainable, and I will never get the platinum in Uncharted 2 for PS3. This is
Ah,
this is a regret I have. One single trophy for starting a co-op game.
that's so annoying. Honestly, it's a single player game. It's known to be a single player game. It's just so silly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because I remember Uncharted 4 had multiplayer trophies, which I just smashed out one morning.
Yeah.
Luckily, I
Yeah.
remember I was like, I better get these done before
Yeah.
stops me. What's your favorite Uncharted?
By far number two, because it was
Yeah,
such a step up from the first game. The
yeah,
first game blew me away. The
yeah.
first game blew me away because it had great characters and a fun story. But the second one stepped up so much, and it just blew me away. And the beginning, you wake up in a train, a derailed train. I mean, it can't get better than this, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
two is like a classic Hollywood blockbuster. It's unbelievable. Um, I always flip between 2 and 4. I don't know. I really like 4.
Completely fair, and I enjoyed the ending of four. That was a well-rounded ending.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, I enjoyed the second game more, and it has my favorite ending. The final conversation between Elena and Nathan. Uh, it has a dear place in my heart.
Yeah. Oh, I wish they'd make an Uncharted 5 or another spin-off because I loved, the Lost Legacy was amazing.
Yeah, I was
Like
surprised by Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Yeah,
I was happy
uh,
with that. Like carry on
yeah,
with
yeah,
Chloe and Nadine. I loved it.
yeah,
The setting was amazing in India. It was beautiful.
yeah.
Really, really good game.
Mm, I agree.
Unpacking. I think Unpacking got taken off PS Plus recently.
Hmm, okay. Yeah, I love that game. Chill game. Five
Yeah.
hours of yeah,
Yeah, look good. We
sweet.
come
Yeah.
then we come to a special one.
Yes. So Until Dawn, I mentioned earlier, this is
Oh,
the trophy. This is the platinum that made me a trophy hunter. Platinum number two, actually. Yeah. And I remember getting this. This is 4 days after my birthday. And I got the game, played it. And after the first playthrough, I was like, man, I wonder what I have missed during my first playthrough. And for the first time, I looked at the trophy list and got all the trophies, and I was so satisfying with that because I got my the game's value, quasi, yeah, and so that sparked. And after that, I went to other trophy lists and looked for trophies I could earn. Yeah,
nice, nice. Yeah. I like hearing about those games where it clicks. Like for me, it was
yeah,
number 3 with Days Gone, where I went into the game like these are the
yeah.
trophies. This is what I have to do.
Uh-huh.
Um, are you interested in the remake or you don't, not fast?
I will play it at some point, I guess, but I'm not day one. I have so many other games to play first,
Yeah.
but I think I will play it eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, because of you, I have got this downloaded and I do want to do it. I definitely want to
Mhm.
play it.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I think this is your most recent platinum,
Yes, it is
Vampire
my
Survivors.
yeah. So funny story about that. A friend of mine came to me and showed me this game. Hey, have you heard of this? No, I have. It didn't look very good, and basically, it's a bullet hell shooter. All you do is running around, picking up upgrades, and then killing all the enemies on screen. And yeah, I played it on his Mac, and yeah, it's fun. Okay, but then they announced the PS5 version, and I waited for so long, and they released it 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
And I immediately bought it, and the game is insane. It has 221 trophies, including massive DLC. So, and the game is cheap. The game costs less than $5, I think, or
Yeah.
so very cheap, less than 10. And yeah, so this game hooks you, and it's fun. It's 20-minute runs or 30-minute runs, and once you get a hang of it, it becomes more fun, because in the beginning, when you don't have the upgrades, the permanent upgrades, the game is a bit but overall I highly recommend this if you want trophies fast, and this game gives you the trophy rush for sure.
Yeah, you did well. You got 142 trophies so far out of the
Yeah,
221. That's a lot of trophies.
I think only 2 of the DLCs are paid DLCs. The rest is free.
That's cool.
But I'm not very interested, because I feel a bit tired of the gameplay, because it was 6 days, 5 hours, very intense time period. And, yeah, so
Yeah. And then we got What Remains of Edith Finch, which is a very nice indie game. Very, very good game. I was very surprised by this.
yeah, I
And
agree.
and then we come on to some special ones. Some
Mhm.
special bangers. Look at this. The big boy. Wolfenstein
Yes,
2, The New Colossus.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
10 out of 10 difficulty. Why is it 10 out of 10 difficulty? Because you have to do possibly the most famous bronze trophy right now, I think, in trophy hunting,
Yeah,
which is
I agree.
Mein Leben, which translates to my life. You have to play the game on the hardest difficulty with no saves in one sitting, and you cannot die. And it is super, super difficult. It's, yeah, one of the hardest platinums out there. Some could argue the hardest. I don't know. And but not for PlatVault. PlatVault did this in 3 months, 2 days. Not only did he do it so quick as well, he made an unbelievable guide video, which is on his channel, which I'm going to link to. It's really great. And yeah, I mean, take it away. I've not even done it. I'm talking so much.
No, it's nice to hear it from another perspective. The story behind this game is you have you we've gone through my whole trophy list, and Uncharted was the first game I played on the hardest difficulty. Then it was Bloodborne. Then the other From Software games. Then Resident Evil 7. And I slowly stepped up my difficulty game. And I was watching some of the trophy YouTubers, Waldboy Steve and I believe ZXL, and they talked about um, getting this trophy. And I thought to myself, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too, right? I mean, with Bloodborne, I was like, I have nothing to lose. I only have to win. If I'm not good enough, okay, then I'm not good enough. And so I set my goal. I deleted all my games from the PlayStation 4 at the time, and I started Wolfenstein 2. And all of the trophies I earned in 1 week, every trophy but mein Leben. And then it was grinding mein Leben runs. I did the stupidest mistake ever, because I thought I didn't need practice on the second hardest difficulty. And so I tried to brute force myself through the game, 30 tries wasted. And after that, I felt like, no, this doesn't go anywhere. And yeah, I after a month of just playing Wolfenstein 2, I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do. I I need a break, and I earned the platinum for GTA 5. And after that month, I returned and I did another month of mein Leben runs. And the funny thing is, I had 49 attempts, failed attempts. In these During these failed attempts, I only reached the final level once, and I gave it one more shot, and then I earned the platinum trophy, and that was the biggest achievement, the biggest success in my trophy hunting history. And as Jahanzeb said, I made a guide for everyone that wants to get this platinum or this bronze trophy, because my aim sucks. I watched like 20 guides, and yeah, I collected all the strategies, the low risk strategies, put it all into one guide. And I believe if I can do it, you can do it too. Yeah, that's the story behind this infamous bronze trophy.
You know, this is how badass you are at trophy hunting. You were like, I'm gonna pause Wolfenstein 2 and I'm just gonna platinum GTA 5 on the side and I'll come back and I'll do mine Leben. I've watched your guide, I think, at least 3 times now because I'm obsessed about this game. I like watching people's runs of it, and yeah, your video guide is amazing. It's so thorough. It's really good gameplay, and it's got strategies that people can replicate. But for you guys who don't know too much about this game, you know, people train for it. People play because Mein Leben, in terms of difficulties, Mein Leben is the last one, but the one before is I Am Death Incarnate, which is the
Yeah.
same difficulty, but it has saves and checkpoints. So
Mhm.
people will play the game non-stop on this hardest difficulty, and they'll even make saves at certain levels to practice the levels. And
Yeah.
if you watch Platinum Bolt's guide, you know, he'll be like, right, these 2 enemies come here, kill them. These 3 enemies then come in. Then you have to kill the robot. Then you go here, crack the ammo, come back. Now you go here. Like it's like it's proper training for a platinum. It's why it stands out to me as a unique platinum because it actually kind of reminds me of sports in a way. And it sounds silly, but like
Mhm.
you train for it, like a football match, you train for it, and then you have one shot. And if you fail, you go back, you start again.
Mhm.
No, it's yeah, it's really fascinating and it's becoming more and more popular on YouTube, definitely
For sure.
with the YouTuber platinum hunting community. And it's definitely a dream platinum of mine. It's definitely one that I wanna try for sure. For sure. So, and of course you did the first one, the New Order, which I've got, really good game.
Yeah.
Um, so then this leaves us on 199 platinums. Now, some of you guys at the start might have thought, why are you reviewing Platinum Vault's list when he's on 199? Why don't you wait? Well, because the
Mhm.
200 is going to be a special one for many reasons, right?
Absolutely. And my plan is to do it again, to do Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus again, but this time without the safety net, live on stream. My first time ever streaming any game. And yeah, because the game had such an impact on me and on my life, on my channel. It kickstarted my channel. The 2 videos I made about it, the guide and my summary of my adventures with the game. And yeah, if you are interested in this, I highly recommend my guide. Many comments thank me for the guide because it is so quote unquote easy, risk free, that I think anyone can attempt this trophy and get it. And I'm looking forward to everyone in the comments ask your questions. Maybe you join my live stream in about a month, I think. And all I'm all I want to say is thank you for having me for this amazing trophy list review. It was a road down memory lane, and I feel so happy. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, like I said, guys, in the description, I'm gonna have a link to Platinum Vault's channel. Make sure you go to his channel and subscribe and watch the videos. I'm gonna have a link as well to the Wolfenstein 2 guide that he made. If you have any questions about the game, make sure you ask in the comments this video, and Platinum Vault can share some wisdom.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, when this live stream gets set up and we got dates and stuff, I'm gonna remind you guys as well because it's worth watching. We're gonna be watching an expert trophy hunter play one of the hardest platinums ever.
Thank you.
Um, so it is gonna be special.
Very special.
Thank you for letting me review your trophy list and for doing it in an interactive manner. I think it's a very special trophy list. You know, for a guy who loves single player games, you've got some epic multiplayer ones like Destiny and Fall Guys, and you've just got banger after banger, dude, like Skyrim, Sekiro, Elden
Mm.
Ring, Wolfenstein 2. It's yeah, it's a mad, mad list.
Yeah, small steps. All I can say is take the next small step towards your dream platinum. Just try it. You have nothing to lose. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. But if you won't try, then you will never find out if you're good enough or not. And I think you are good enough.
Yeah, I think that's the theme. And even when I speak to Platinum Vault, he's always encouraging me. He's like, try a From Software game, try Wolfenstein 2, do these, just do them. And if you're not obsessed about your completion percentage, which by the way, I don't think you should be, then what's the harm? You'll play a game, pop a few trophies. If you don't like it, it's not for you, walk away, no problem. But yeah, this has been an amazing, amazing trophy list review. Loved having you on. And yeah, guys, make sure you check out Platinum Vault's channel and show him some love in the comments for his amazing, amazing platinums. And see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button and take care.